Story 1. In the dark corridors of the mysterious Fox River prison, a sinister and terrifying story unfolded. Michael Schofield, the architect of the daring escape plan, began to sense a strange presence around him. The nocturnal whispers of the prisoners seemed accompanied by eerie echoes, and the atmosphere of the prison grew increasingly oppressive. Michael was accustomed to manipulating setbacks, but this time something uncontrollable hung in the air. One night, as he discreetly inspected the prison plans in his cell, a shadow passed before him. He shivered, but attributed it to the growing tension among the prisoners. Yet events took an unexpected turn. Guards began reporting strange occurrences, doors creaking for no reason, lights flickering inexplicably. The already agitated prisoners, anticipating the escape, started whispering about a vengeful spirit haunting the prison. Legend had it that years ago, an unjustly convicted prisoner had been wrongfully executed at Fox River Prison. His tormented spirit now wandered the corridors, seeking revenge for the injustice done to him. Tension escalated when prisoners began mysteriously disappearing. Guards were bewildered, and Michael Schofield himself found haunted by nightmarish visions. He was haunted by apparitions of the unjustly executed prisoner, whose haggard eyes expressed unquenchable anger. As the night of the escape approached, the supernatural presence seemed increasingly determined to prevent anyone from leaving the prison. Schofield's team wondered if it were possible that the spirit of the unjustly executed prisoner sought to trap them, keeping them in this hell. During the escape, strange events unfolded. Doors slammed shut abruptly, tunnels seemed to change direction, and chilling whispers echoed in the deserted corridors. Some members of Schofield's team began to believe that the legend of the vengeful spirit was indeed real. What was supposed to be a triumphant escape turned into a nightmare. Schofield's team scattered, each facing supernatural traps. Michael, however, persisted, seeking to understand the truth behind these paranormal events. As he finally reached freedom, Michael couldn't help but cast one last glance back at Fox River Prison. In the darkness, he thought he glimpsed the shadow of the unjustly executed prisoner slowly fading away. The story of the escape was over, but the enigma of the vengeful spirit remained, haunting the nights of those who dared to escape the walls of Fox River Prison. Story 2. In the dimness of Fox River's cells, a sinister rumor spread among the inmates. A mysterious ancient book had been discovered in the prison library. The pages, written in an unknown language, seemed to hold occult power. Teabag, ever hungry for power, seized the book and began reciting strange incantations at night. As the words escaped his mouth, a chilling darkness enveloped the prison. The guards, unaware of this ominous ceremony, felt a growing malevolent presence. Cells began to shake and spectral shadows haunted the corridors. Inmates, frightened by what was happening, retreated to their cells, but the darkness continued to advance. Michael Schofield, always calculating, tried to understand what was happening. He discovered that the book invoked a malevolent entity linked to the prison's dark history. A supernatural force sought to punish the guilty and free the unjustly imprisoned souls. As the darkness reached its peak, cell doors swung open violently. Inmates were freed from their shackles, but freedom did not mean escape. The entity took possession of those who had sinned in their past, turning them into puppets from beyond. Chaos reigned in the prison, screams of terror echoing through the walls. Shadows swirled around Teabag, who, realizing his mistake, desperately tried to close the cursed book. But the entity, hungry for vengeance, also possessed him, condemning him to wander eternally in the darkness. The night came to an end, but Fox River's reputation as a place of terror persisted. Released inmates were haunted by visions of their own guilt, and the prison itself seemed to bear the scars of that infernal night. Fox River had become the stage for an unspeakable horror story, where the chains of the past were mightier than any prison lock. Story 3. In the depths of Fox River, an ancient wing of the prison had been sealed for decades. Rumors spoke of a mythical inmate, a man whose past was infused with dark magic. Sukra, ever eager for opportunities, discovered the secret location of this forgotten wing. Curious, Sukra broke the seals and entered a forgotten world. The air was heavy with mystery, and shadows danced along the crumbling walls. In the center of the main room, a pentagram traced on the floor seemed to exude sinister energy. Ignoring the warnings carved on the walls, Sukra recited an incantation found in an old dusty grimoire. An evil force, long imprisoned, was unleashed. The doors of the Forgotten Wing slammed shut violently, trapping Sukra inside. The prison itself seemed to come alive, every brick resonating with ancient whispers. Sukra realized too late that he had released a demonic entity linked to Fox River's occult history. Spectral shadows now haunted the corridors, hunting any intruders. Meanwhile, the rest of the inmates felt an evil presence. Nightmarish visions haunted their dreams, and unexplained terror gripped their hearts. Michael Schofield, ever wary, tried to understand the source of this new threat. As the inmates struggled to escape the growing grip of the unleashed demon, Sukra, possessed by a dark force, became the instrument of its vengeance. The doors of the Forgotten Wing swung open abruptly, releasing demonic shadows throughout the prison. The night that followed was marked by terrifying events. Inmates fought not only for their freedom, but also for their souls. The walls of Fox River echoed with screams and whispers from an ancient time. When dawn broke, the Forgotten Wing was sealed again, and Sukra seemed to have lost all memory of the previous night. However, the prison of Fox River now bore the scars of an encounter with the supernatural. A new chapter had been added to its dark history, and the inmates, even when free, could not forget the shadows that had haunted them in the darkest corners of Fox River.